Hello, my friend, and welcome back. Today, the message for today is about going within. Um, as divine beings and as the concept of one, us being one energy, it means our inner world as much as our outer world. And as creators, we create our outer world based on our inner world. And that is why it's so important to go within, because when we seek in our outer world, it tells our inner world that we are in lack, that we don't have something. And that is not good for our inner world because it's actually not the truth. If we are all one energy, we are all God energy, we are all God, therefore, and God is everything, literally from this camera to these lights to everything, everything is God's energy. How could we ever be without? How could we ever really be seeking? But as humans, as our human experience, it is completely natural for us to seek because we are here to evolve. So without that seeking, there is no evolving. However, we need to stop seeking on the outside world and we need to start to go within. And I have had this show up for me in my life very recently over and over again. Now I am on my intuitive journey as far as exploring my intuitive gifts and developing them and allowing myself to be a channel and for my words to be inspired by the divine. And I have been looking to basically schedule an appointment with, maybe a channeler that I like or some other spiritual intuitive, and I've investigated quite a few that I have come across. I've even thought about getting my astrology chart read, and I was looking, for an amazing astrologer. And the funny thing is I have hit a stop sign. I have hit a roadblock every single time. There's a spiritual medium that I wanted to make an appointment with, and they were booked until August. I found an astrologer that I really liked that I wanted to make an appointment with, and they're not accepting appointments in 2021, and they have no wait list. And I've been finding this over and over again, and the message that I keep getting is to go within. That there is nothing that someone else, someone outside of me, can tell me that I cannot get within. And since I have been developing my intuitive abilities and I have been developing my ability to connect, I feel like that is my guides. That is definitely the divine saying, like, listen, you've been doing this work, you've been saying this, now practice it, now go within. And I really feel as though that is the message, because that is the intuitive message that I keep getting over and over again every time I'm seeking advice or whatever it is that I'm seeking from outside of me. Someone that, am I seeking validation? Am I seeking someone to tell me that I'm doing a good job developing, or that I actually am developing these gifts, that I actually am, my words actually are inspired by the divine, and that I'm not just making everything up? See, those doubts are natural and they cause you to take that look at yourself, to take that look at what's going on. But the most important thing is to go within for those answers. And that is what I am going to do. That is what God is telling me to do. That is what He is kind of, I'm going to say, forcing me to do by me not being able to get appointments with different people that I like. But I don't say it forcing like in a negative way. I just mean that, so I had a vision the other day where it was basically like me in the middle with a bunch of like I can only assume that they were like choices around me and different things. And, you know, that as I was running towards different things, that I would be snapped back kind of by my guides. And like, yes, I had the choice to kind of run in that direction, but I have asked for guidance. So therefore they are able to kind of like pull me back a little bit. That's like, no, that's not the route you're supposed to take, or no, that's not the route that you truly want to take. So, and I feel as though that through this trying to schedule appointments and them not accepting appointments, it's kind of like that snap back, like, you're seeking in the wrong place. You're seeking outside. Seek within. Go within. And I feel that that's where our truest answers lies, and that is where our biggest teachings lie. Because here's the thing, when you go to a spiritual professional, regardless of what they do, there is always that filter of perspective. The only exception I would maybe say is that if you go to someone who direct channels where, you know, their consciousness kind of checks out and another consciousness comes and speaks through their body. However, you are still getting that filter of perception through that collective or whatever it is that they are channeling. You are still getting the perspective of them. And yes, it might be very enlightening and it might be very helpful and very, very healing. I'm not saying that a spiritual professional is not something wonderful to experience. However, I'm saying that a lot of times we're being called to go within, and especially when you have been doing the work, the inner work that we talked about in a video a few days ago. When you do that work and you're kind of working towards being able to go within and to trust what you find when you go within. So if you have been doing that work, or even if you haven't, continue on doing that work, and just know that, like, if you're ever being called to go within, if you're ever hearing that whisper to go within, to really, really listen to it and to go within and to see what you find, to see, because that is where the answers that you seek are, because no one knows what you're seeking. No one knows what you want. No one knows exactly your particular situation, because every single person is different and every single person's situation is complicated and unique. And I don't mean complicated in a bad way. I mean just there are just little intricacies that can't be explained in an hour to a professional. Only you really know those things. So when you go within and you ask for answers from your guides, from the divine, from your higher self, those answers come through your filter, which then are the best answers for you. So that is my message today, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you go within and find the answers that you are seeking, or find any guidance or any comfort or anything that you are seeking, any love, any power, anything. It all comes from within, because we need to acknowledge that we are the creator. We are divine beings. We are having a human experience. However, we are the divine. There is only one energy, and that is what we all are. So my name is Anne from Modern Alignment, and I hope to see you soon.